Hi, good evening. I'd like to welcome you to Poem Praise 2. I do thank you for tuning in, and peace and blessings be upon you and your family this evening. Now we are going to get right back into the Blackman's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. We are now in chapter 11, which is entitled, How She Dresses. And take one goes like this. The one area of life where the Black woman acknowledges her complete unity of idea with other Black women is in the category of clothing. Fashion designers like Louis Vuitton, Liz Claiborne, Gucci, Calvin Klein, and Polo, Ralph Lauren have proven they can impress Black women to agree that clothes indeed make the woman. And Black women will pay any price to own and wear the latest styles. The more expensive the garment or accessory, the more Black women will purchase it. Clothing becomes a status symbol and states she can afford the latest trendy fashion. The fact that someone else is setting her style of dress does not matter to the Black woman. She eagerly awaits the latest styles to be unveiled so she can commence to plan how she will acquire it. She wants everyone to know she is up to date fashion-wise and can afford to keep up. The Black woman will borrow clothes from her friends to go out on a special date with a Black man, to demonstrate her multi-faceted wardrobe and prove she can dress richly. She will run up charge accounts, borrow from rent, and make any sacrifice she deems necessary to obtain a certain outfit she believes she absolutely must own. When the style changes, she changes too. Her self-esteem is bolstered when strangers compliment her outfit and tell her how fine she looks. She may take literally hours to dress to perfect her special look. She will stand posed in doorways, on street corners, in the line at the bank, at the bus stop, on the elevator, or in the mall, hoping that a man or anyone else would notice how finely dressed she is. Maintaining her wardrobe is at the top of her list of priorities. She must have clothing, a few drop-dead pieces, then food and shelter. She may even brag to her friends about how much she paid for a certain garment. She knows little about the markup on designer clothing and cares less that it's sometimes 500 to 5,000%. It rarely occurs to her to design and make her own clothes. She considers making her own clothes as tacky. And any other woman who shows she is attempting to make her own clothes is laughed at and made to feel out of step with the times. However, since the clothes are so important to her, she should make an effort to make some of her garments herself. Purchasing fine garments made by white designers is another major way that huge amounts of money leaves the Black communities. Since poor Blacks are more concerned with stylish clothes than poor whites, it would be wise for Blacks to establish their own clothing factories and buy from each other. Some Black women adorn the tightest clothing they can find. Black women think that skin-tight clothes will get them the most attention from men. Tight clothes are restricting, uncomfortable, and bind, but it does not matter to the black woman how much she has to endure. Any amount of pain is worth suffering if it succeeds in attracting the attention of the right man or many men. Some wear low-cut dresses to show their breast, or wear no bra at all to show their breast and the imprints of their nipples. All of this is designed to appear sexy. She may wear an extra short micro mini skirt and sit in a wide-legged way to entice any men who are looking on. She wears see-through clothing, thin dresses without a slip, or any other kind of alluring outfit because she is trying to show her body form in a sexy way, to show men what she has. Sadly, the black woman is convinced that the only quality she has to offer is her body and feminine wiles. She places her sexual value above all others. She believes that physical attraction is the only thing she has going for her as a female. If a man whistles or makes lewd remarks at her, she acts like she is appalled, yet she dresses in such a way as to demand attention and some kind of reaction from men. While she claims she does not want to be desired just for her body, she does everything she can to keep it in the forefront. She considers the black man as an animal that reacts the most strongly to sexual suggestion. She thinks that he is base, raunchy, and easily managed with sex. She does not think that the black man has enough sense to seek out self-respect, self-discipline, cheerfulness, courteousness, cleanliness, and intelligence in her. But when she presents herself as a sex object, she can only be seen in that light and treated accordingly. Sex represents attraction to her. It is practically all she knows about loving. When she attracts the wrong kind of fish, she doesn't realize it's because she is using the wrong kind of bait. It is extremely difficult to convince a black woman to alter or adjust her revealing style of clothes, her revealing style of dress. She thinks that the black man tells her to dress more civilized because he does not want anyone else to look at her or want her. She rationalizes that if she wants to keep her man on his toes, she must constantly prove to him that she is in demand by other men. This is so he will know that he has a real prize in her. By the black woman reducing her standards to a concentration of ways to attract the black man through sexual innuendo in her style of dressing, he has succumbed to the promises of that ideal and does indeed appear to be impressed with half-dressed black women. He has given up the idea of meeting an attractive, competent woman who knows how to be a woman to a man. The black woman's style of dress can set the tone of the initial approach of the black man. Often she will sit or stand in a provocative way so as to entice the black man to sneak a peek, or try to look under her dress or through her dress or down her bosom or up her behind. She may bend over or stoop in such a way as to provide a clear shot of her buttocks or frontal pelvic area. The man may think that he is indeed sneaking a peek at her and that she is unaware. But the black woman, in her plotting to entice the black man through sexual explicitity, knows full well what parts of her body can be seen from every angle. She checks this out in her full-length mirror before she leaves home. She knows how she sits and how she stands. Black women try out every pose imaginable to find out which one shows the greatest portion of the area they are trying to tease with. She is never unaware of the effect her style of dress has on the black man. She will also wear clothing that shows the imprint of her underwear. She may wear brightly colored print panties so they will show vividly through her slacks or dress. This, of course, is done to draw attention to her figure. While doing all this, she pretends that she is unaware of what is happening. So as she oozes around the room, tossing her head and batting her eyes at men in closest proximity, she enjoys the thrill of playing a high-tech game of Ain't I a Lot of Woman? She may float around swishing her hips from one end of the room to the other, challenging all men present to vie for her attentions to see who may qualify to take her home. She will buy hot clothes or shoplift in order to have a particular item she likes. Sometimes she goes out on a date dressed to kill, to impress a man with her prosperity. She may drop hints about how much her outfit costs, and she may seduce a man to get him to buy her clothes or jewelry. After she gets what she wants, she may drop the man. Or she may spend a lot of time discussing clothes. The so-called corporate image does not leave a lot of room for sexy dressing. But other black women who do not work in that type of environment have a lot of freedom about their kind of dress. Whatever part of the black woman's body she considers her best asset is the part she highlights. If she has big legs, she wears short dresses. If she has a full breast, she'll don low-cut tight tops. If she has a small waist, she cinches it even more. And if she has a well-rounded behind, she accentuates it the best she can. The black man needs to know that the way she dresses is no accident. And all of her nakedness is a statement about her self-confidence and self-esteem. The more naked she is in public, the less confidence and self-esteem she has. It is possible to look at a black woman and detect the kind of desperation she is experiencing by the way she dresses. A qualified black woman does not have to show her body to attract a man. She does not have to go naked to be discovered and noticed. She has other visible traits and attributes that make her appealing. She relies on her uniqueness of personality and presence, her intelligence and courteousness, her softness and friendliness. She does not wear see-through clothing to demonstrate her worth. This is not to say that black women should not have feminine, sexy clothing, but she should wear them only in private, in the presence of her own man, to please him, and not expose her body daily to the umbrage glances of the general public. And that does complete take number 1 of how she dresses. So certainly, stay tuned to Poem Praise 2 for take 2 of how she dresses. Until I talk with you again, I certainly want you and your family to be blessed. If you like, hit the like button. Certainly subscribe, and then you know when I come with take 2 of how she dresses. Until then, peace be upon you. Be blessed, and talk with you soon. Later, y'all.